Okay, welcome back everybody to Strong at Home workout number 12. I'm Bonnie Campbell with projectstrong.ca. So feel free to check out my website and my blog, and you'll get a better idea of what I do when we actually get to be in the gym if you're new to this YouTube channel. Okay, so for today, we're going to get started with our warm-up. We're going to go through 2 rounds of banded pull-apart. So you'll need your Theraband. This is just going to nicely warm up our shoulders today. So remember, tall spine, shoulders wide and down, tight belly, keep the ribs over hips. We're going to take those arms straight out in front of us, nice long arms, elbows stay locked, and we're going to pull the band apart. This is warming up through the muscles of the back, which we're going to be working today. So we're going to do 10 of the banded pull apart. So then I would like you to feel free to go to a nice wide grip on that band after you've done 10 pull aparts. And we're going to work through a pass through. So we're just circling those arms up and over, keeping our arms long. If we can get around to the back as far as we can, that's wonderful. Keeping belly tight, ribs over hips. Some of you may get a sticking point and you're going to feel like you can't get any further. You might want to break at the elbow and sneak it around, but I don't want you to do that. I want you just to come through to that sticking point where you feel the gentle stretch, wherever that is for you, and come back through. So you're going to do 10 pass-throughs. Then to get our heart rate up a little bit, we're going to do our mountain climbers. And remember, we can do mountain climbers raised up on a surface like a chair or a footstool or your couch or your bed. We can also do them down on the ground. Okay, so what we're trying to do is load up our shoulders a little bit and move our feet in and out as quickly as we can for us. So I'm going to get into that plank position. So this is my scaled, easier version of the mountain climber. And I'm going to work at bringing my one foot in as close to my hand as I can, step it back, switch legs. If I can move quicker and unweight my feet and hop, then that's what I want to try and do. So some of you can be more challenged and can get down onto the ground and can be in this position down on the ground. There's my plank, stepping my feet in as close as I can to my hand. Or in other cases, some of you can go for that challenge of hopping your feet in and out. Okay, so 10 mountain climbers. And then the last exercise we're going to do in our list for our warm-up are wall slides or wall squats. So you're going to find a wall, you're going to face the wall, and you're going to get into your squat stance. And you're going to take your time as you progress through your squats. So here you're going to raise your arms up overhead. And so you notice I'm a fair distance away from the wall. My arms are up overhead. I'm going to keep my shoulders relaxed and down. And I'm going to do one nice slow squat, thinking knees out, chest up, keep those arms up. Pause for a moment, and then come up. So with each progressive squat, I want you to take another little step into the wall. So progressively inching your way into the wall, going to your depth, whatever that is. And many of you will find that the closer you get to the wall, the harder it is to get to that depth. Okay? I'm not pressing my hands into the wall. I'm just holding them up with relaxed shoulders. So 5 of those nice slow wall squats. Then you're going to go back to your pull-aparts, pass-throughs, mountain climbers, and one last round of wall squats. And that's your warm-up for today. Okay, so now we're into our strength work today. We're going to go through 4 different strength exercises, and you're going to do 3 sets of each. So rotating through the list 3 times. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is a bent over row. So with this, you've got two options on how you choose to do it. If you have weights that are the same, you have two, you can go to a bent over hinge position. So I'm going to sumo or Romanian deadlift, suitcase deadlift them. So then I go to a hinge, I send my hips back and flatten over with a nice flat back. And my hand should be hanging right underneath my shoulders. I'm going to keep my belly tight. And I'm just going to pull straight back with my weights, whatever it is that I've chosen to do. So I'm going to do 10 reps of these today. If I don't have two objects that are the same weight, we can go to our bench style and do single arm bent over row. So here, what we want to make sure is that our knee is underneath our hip and our hand is underneath our shoulder, so we're spread out into a nice flat back. What we don't want to see is the hand and knee really close to each other, so you want to make sure whatever you're using in your home is long. We don't want to try and do this on a chair because that's going to put the hand and the knee really close, and then it's going to cause my back to round. So we want to have length, so the side of your couch, maybe the side of your coffee table or the side of your bed, can all work for this to mimic a bench in the gym. So hand underneath shoulder, knee underneath hip, hand is just hanging, keeping those shoulders square now, and just rowing back, elbow by your rib, straight up and down, and then you'll have to switch to the other side. So 10 per side for the bent over row. So that's what you're going to do if you feel that you don't have two weights that are equal, or maybe you have something heavier and you only have one. So that's one option. So two different ways you can approach that bent over row. So the next exercise that we're going to do is a 30-second hold, and it's a wall sit. So you're going to find your wall, you're going to back up against it, bottom against the wall, upper back against the wall. Remember, with our head, if we can get our head to the wall without craning our chin up, then that's what we're going to do. Some of you won't be able to get your head there and keep that neutral alignment, chin in line and nice long neck. We don't want to be in this craned position. So if you can't get there, we're not going to worry about pressing your head against the wall. So our next step here, once we know hips are against the wall, upper back is against the wall, and the head is against the wall, we're going to slide down the wall into our squat. Okay, so this is a wall sit squat. Many of you will start to feel it in your quad, but I want you to adjust this a little bit. I want you to think about pressing your head, pressing your shoulders into the wall, keep the ribs tight, and you're going to hold this for 30 seconds. If you release that and let it come back into your quads, you'll feel a difference in the muscles that are working. I'm going to get you to press that head and shoulders into the wall, keep the ribs down, and you will find it's not as intense on your quads. But what we are actually working are the small muscles that run down our spine, so our spinal erectors. And those help us with that kyphotic posture. They prevent us from being rounded this way, and they get us into extension. So your focus on that wall sit for 30 seconds is head to the wall, shoulders to the wall, ribs tucked down, okay? So 30-second wall sit. Then we're going to get to the floor for the last two exercises. The last two exercises are core exercises. So the first one, we're going to go to a bird dog. So with the bird dog, we're going to get down on our hands and knees. So remember, for those of you where being on your knees is too painful, you're going to go to the tabletop on your ottoman. Okay, so creating a nice flat back this way. Otherwise, the rest of us are going to try and get to our hands and knees. Hopefully you've got some nice padding at home, nice carpeted floor. So we're in our tabletop on all fours, and we're going to work one side. We're going to do 10 reps on one side. Hopefully I don't kick everything. And then we'll do 10 on the other. So I'm going to extend my right leg straight back, and you notice that I'm not lifting it up. When I lift it up, I get that low back arch, and I don't want that. Okay, so I'm just reaching it straight back. My left arm is then going to punch straight ahead. So it's like I'm reaching and trying to make my body long, and then I'm going to come in, and if I can, make my knee and hand touch. And then I'm going to go straight back out again. In and out. That knee and hand don't touch the ground at all. So 10 of those, keeping the back flat the whole time. So the way we want to keep that back flat is keep the belly tight. So once you've done 10 on one side, then you're going to switch 10 on the other. Touching in underneath. So 10 each side. Then you're going to flip over onto your back for dead bug. And this one's going to be another 30-second hold. So we're just going to take our dead bug position. Head is down into the floor. If, for those of us that couldn't get our head to the wall without reaching our chin, we might need to put a little pillow underneath our head, okay? So the rest of us, head is on the floor, shoulders are relaxed down into the floor. You're going to extend your arms straight up. We're not reaching with our arms. Our shoulders are relaxed into the floor, arms are up. Then we're going to press that belly button into the floor. Get rid of that low back arch so you can't stick your fingers underneath your low back. So belly button into the floor, and then we're going to raise one leg and then the other, and we're going to hold for 30 seconds. And that's your dead bug hold, okay? So 3 rounds of those 4 exercises, and that's our strength focus. Okay, for your conditioning workout today, we're going to be working on 5 rounds. For this one, you might choose to go outside today, maybe to your driveway or out on the sidewalk of your street, or pick a trail. It's actually a pretty easy one to do. We don't need any equipment. So you're going to guess or measure out what you think might be approximately 100 meters. If you want to stay in your home, then it might just mean doing multiple lengths of your hallway or creating laps around your family room. So you're going to move quickly for 100 meters. Now remember when I talk about moving quickly with all of you, we want that moving quickly to be approaching a 7 or 8 out of 10 on our rate of perceived exertion scale. So 1 is the easiest, 10 is the hardest. If we're moving quickly, we need to try and do that so it feels like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But for some of you, it might not be a run. Some of you, it will be a run. It's whatever it is for you. So 7 or 8 out of 10, if you're not used to running, moving quickly at a nice quick pace, pumping your arms back and forth would probably be fine. You'll quickly figure it out after you do a little test of what 100 meters is for you and where you live and the environment you're going to be able to create for this. So basically what you're going to do, 100 meters of moving quickly. So some of you might be running. Some of you might just be walking super fast. Some of you might get that little sort of jog that I just showed. Once you've finished your 100 meters of moving quickly, you're then going to stop and do 10 of our air squats, moving as quickly as you can through those air squats, remembering to go to your depth. If your depth is here because those knees hurt or your hips hurt, then that's okay. 10 quick squats. Then I want you to give yourself 20 to 30 seconds of rest. You want to feel the heart rate come down. That's your cue that you can do it again. So when you feel that heart rate start to recover and slow down after 100 meters moving quickly and 10 quick squats, then you're going to do it again. You're going to repeat it 5 times. And that's your workout for today. Have fun. Hopefully you can get outside and it's a nice sunny day. I know it's a bit cool here and the snow flurries have been getting to us, but spring is on the way. Remember, if you liked this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like the video, share your comments below as well, and don't forget to subscribe. And you can also do me a really great favor, share with your friends. Thank you. Stay well.